Did anyone see Emily's tweet?
Yeah, haven't you guys noticed she's been acting weird lately?
Yeah, I think we all have.
Did anyone hear that?
Hear what? What is it?
What is it?
It's her! It's Allison!
Though yet of Hamlet our dear brother's death the memory be green, and that it us be fitted to bear our hearts in grief and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet so far hath discretion fought with the nature that we with wisest sorrow think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we as twere with a defeated joy within auspicious and dropping eye, with mirth and funeral, and with dirge and marriage, in equal scale weighing delight and dole, taken to wife. Nor have we herein bared your better wisdom, which have freely gone with this affair long, for all our thanks. Now follows that you know, young Fortinbras holding a weak supposal of our worth, or thinking by our late dear brother's death, our state to be disjoint and out of frame, colleagued with the dream of his advantage, he hath not failed to pester us with message, importing the surrender of those lands lost by his father, with all bonds of law, to our most valiant brother. So much for him, now ourself, and for this time of meeting, thus much the business is. We have here writ to Norway, uncle of young Fortinbras, who, impotent and bedrid, scarcely hears of this his nephew's purpose, to suppress his father's gay heron, in that the lives, the lists, and full proportions are all made out of his subject. And we here dispatch you, good Cornelius, and you, Voldemont, for bearers of this greeting to old Norway, given to you no further personal power to business with the king, more than the scope of these dilated articles allow. Farewell, and let your haste commend your duty.
Congratulations, Mayor Peter, on being elected. May I have some money to move to Ravenswood and go to school there?
Todd is my good friend. What does he think of this?
Mike can go to school there. He has been a good son and deserves to go to Ravenswood.
Okay, best of luck to you, Mike, in Ravenswood.
If it be, why seem so particular to thee?
Well, Mom, you just married my uncle. My dad died not too long ago. This is grief I'm feeling. I can't move on as fast as you can.
'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father, but you must know your father lost his, and the survivor bound in filial obligation for some term to do obsequious sorrow, but to persevere in obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. It shows a will most incorrect to heaven, a heart untortified, a mind impatient, and understanding simple and unschooled. For what we know must be and is as common as any the most vulgar thing to sense. Why should we, in our peevish opposition, take it to heart? Fie, 'tis a fault to heaven, a fault against the dead, a fault in nature, to reason most absurd, whose common theme is death to fathers, and who hath cried from the first course till he died that day. This must be so, we pray you. Throw to earth the unprevailing woe, and think of us as a father. For let the world take note, you are most immediate to our throne, and with no lost novelty of love than that which dearest father bears his son. Do I impart toward you for your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg? It is most retrograde to our desire, and we beseech you, bend you to remain here in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son.
Just stay here with us, and we will get through it.
Okay.
Come here, Melissa. We have things to take care of.
Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew, or that an everlasting knot fixed his cannon. Gainst self-slaughter, oh God, God, how weary, stale, flat, and unprofitable seem to me all that uses of this world. Fie on it, I file, 'tis an unweeded garden that grows to seed, things rank and gross in nature poses it merely, that it should come to this, but 2 months dead, nay, not so much, not to so excellent a king. That was his Hyperion to a sire, so loving to my mother that he might not between the winds of heaven visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth must I remember, why she would hang on him, as if it increases of appetite had grown by what it fed on, and yet within a month let me not think of it. Frailly the name is woman, a little month or eerie those shoes were old with which she followed my poor father's body. Like Nob, all tears, why she, O God, a beast that once discourse of reason would have moored longer, married with my uncle, my father's brother, no more like my father than I to Hercules. Within a month, ere yet the salt of most unrighteous tears had left the flushing in her gallant eyes, she married, almost wicked speed to post with such dexterity to insinuous sheets. It is not, nor it cannot come to God, but break my heart from I must hold my tongue.
Hey girl, how are you?
Aria, so good to see you. I'm good.
We have something to tell you.
What is it?
We saw Allison last night.
What do you mean, Allison?
We saw her last night in the same stuff she was wearing the night she disappeared.
And her face?
As clear as day.
I wish I could have been there with you guys. Let's go get a night and maybe we'll see her.
Okay, yeah, we'll see you tonight.
I'm going to miss you when I'm gone.
Me too. Can we talk about something?
Yes, of course.
Do you think Emily really loves me?
For Hamlet and the trifling of his favor, hold it a fashion in the toy and blood, a violin in the youth of primary nature, forward, now permit, not lasting the perfume and suppleness of a minute, no more.
What do you mean?
I mean, I know what you guys have been up to. Sneaking around and stuff, and you know what people are going to think.
I shall the effect of this good lesson keep, as watchman to my heart. But good, my brother, do not, as some ungracious pastors do, show me the steep and thorny way to heaven, whiles like a puffed and reckless libertine, himself in the primrose path of dalliance treads, and recks not his own red.
Oh, fear me not. I stay too long, but here my father comes.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard for shame. The wind sits in the shoulder of your sail, and you are stayed for. There, my blessings with thee. And these new precepts in thy memory, look thou character. Give thy thoughts no tongue, nor any unproportioned thought his act. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast, and their adoption tried, grapple them into thy soul in hoops of steel. But do not dull thy palm with entertainment for each new hatched unfledged comrade. Beware of entrance to a quarrel, but being in, bear that opposed may beware of thee. Give every man thy ear, but view thy voice. Take each man's censure, but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy hablet, as thy pursuit can buy, but not expressed in fancy, rich or gaudy. For the apparel oft proclaims the man, and thy in France of the best rank and station, heir of the most select and generous chief of that. Neither a borrower nor lender can be, but loan oft loses both itself and a friend, and borrowing dulls the edge of husbandry. This above all to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night and day. Thou canst not be the false of any man. Farewell, my blessed season in thee.
I should be leaving soon.
Bye, Mike. My blessings in thee.
My dear Paige, do not forget what I have told you.
I will never forget. Goodbye.
Bye.
What did Mike say to you?
It was about Emily.
What of this of Emily?
I do not know, my lord. What should I think?
Mary, I'll teach you. Think yourself a baby, that you have ta'en these tenders for true pay, which are not sterling. Tender yourself more dearly, or not to crack the wind of the poor face. Running it thus, you'll tender me a fool.
So what are you saying?
You can't see Emily anymore. This is something not thought of a respectful manner in the town, and she is higher class than you are. She's a mayor's daughter.
What time did you see her?
It lacks of 12.
Are you sure? It's past that. Oh, look, there she is.
It beckons you to come with you, like it has some importance to it.
I'll follow. Wait for my return. Stop, I won't go any further.
Mark me.
What do you mean?
Your father was the one who kidnapped me.
My father? I can't believe it.
Well, believe it, because it's true. But that's not all I have to tell you.
What else?
When your dad was in the back room of the barn, when you're in your backyard where he took me, I heard a loud scream, and your Uncle Peter came out with a bloody knife. It was him who killed your father.
Should I tell the others?
Yes, you should. You need to seek revenge on your uncle.
I understand.
Swear to me that you'll do so.
I swear.
What news, my lord?
I have found something out that's very interesting.
That's great. Can you tell me?
My father's death was a murder. He was murdered by his brother, who now has a crown. Promise me to not say anything.
We
to-
promise. We promise.
Swear it.
In my faith, my lord, and I. Nor I, my lord, in faith.
Pinky promise?
We have sworn, my lord, already.
Swear.